the good old days, vacations with good weather, neighbors who were friendly, low gas and food prices, and a satisfying job.
Any job. You remember when the news wasn't all bad? When you could trust athletes and politicians, and there weren't so many ads in TV programs.
Schlufenoffium is now available without a prescription. Just 2 pills and you'll take care of all of today's ills. Side effects may include rolling of the eyes, biting of the lip, and general apathy. Now available at Walgreens.
I gotta get me some of that!
The idea has spread to 34 countries, and there are thousands of transition initiatives in places as different as Australia, Italy, Brazil, and Japan. Closer to home, Jamaica Plain is addressing the needs of its community with its new economy transition, working to improve local job opportunities, as well as trying to get a change in legislation regarding keeping chickens in urban backyards. Not roosters, just chickens. Transition Wayland paved the way for Lincoln, Sudbury, and Wayland to participate in the Solarize Massachusetts program, enabling hundreds of households to get solar panels on their roofs at a discounted rate. Kat van der Stretten from Transition Wayland is here today if a group of people would like to get working on making that happen in Framingham. Transition Ashland, but their farmers market started in Ashland, gives regular workshops on composting, and also has a program called Grounds Around Town, whereby coffee grounds from Ashland restaurants are collected to use as compost. Matt and Leah Marshquist of Transition Ashland are here today if a group of people would like to get a similar program going in Framingham. So we've asked you here today not only to enjoy each other's company and the lunch from our own local foodie cafe and the cake from the Brazilian bakery Padaria Brasil, with contributions from Lando's Cafe and Dunkin' Donuts and the music of Willie Sordillo and Doug Rich, but also to see what's going on in Framingham already and provide you with an opportunity to connect with others who share your concerns and see if you want to join an ongoing effort or start something new. I know there's someone here who wants to start an after-school school kids garden, and someone else who's interested in neighborhood online networks, just to name a couple of areas.
How many of you have read about the melting of the Arctic ice? Let's just keep this going. Raise your hand if you've heard about melting glaciers, thawing tundra, and feedback loops.
Are there 2 people that want to share what goes through their hearts and minds when they hear about peak oil and climate change?
In the years past.
She feels sad because we didn't know what we were doing in the years past.
So big that it puts me in a panic and despair, and I want to give up.
What can you give? What are you excited about? What needs doing in our town? So that's what the rest of our program is all about. We're going to give some awards to folks that have already gotten to work, and then we're going to have a great open space where people are going to be invited to share what are they passionate about? What is a good idea that they've got? What's a project they have in mind for our town that's going to increase community resilience, create more local food, economic opportunities, energy-efficient infrastructure and buildings, and weatherizing our homes, and maybe raising chickens. That seems to be a popular go-to. I don't know. We can do mushroom logs if you want them to be quieter.
And this certificate is awarded to him in recognition of his creative idea to grow tomatoes on the grounds of Framingham High School, and all the work involved in producing over 1,000 gallons of tomato sauce for student meals, thereby promoting local, sustainable agriculture and healthy eating.
The hope is to try and get at least all the elementary
elementary schools in the district back over to dish machines. But it's a slow process, but we're getting there. The nice thing is at Barberry, we actually scrape all the food waste off the trays. The town picks it up, composts it for us. They actually bring it back. We wheel it through the school and put it back in the garden and then grow next year's crop with that.
Our next award is for Donna Kramer Merritt in recognition of her many hours and unflagging energy, and I could go on and on with more and more superlative adjectives in reviving and continuing the Earth Day celebration in Framingham for the past 3 years.
It's a real community endeavor, and it's an opportunity like this to meet other people who are looking for solutions, to meet organizations and businesses that are doing good things for our community and for the earth.
Now I'd like to call up Chris Walsh. We would like to thank him for his leadership in coordinating the various governmental agencies needed to open part of the Weston Aqueduct for a walking and biking trail, thereby promoting respect and appreciation for the environment and encouragement for low-energy recreation.
I'm very pleased, to be here because this, I think, is transformational in terms of how we look at our world, number one. Number two, the project, which was opening up the aqueducts, is something extremely near and dear to my heart, and I think that the effects of that are going to be seen in this community for generations.
Our next awardee is Lori Lee. This is given in recognition of her crucial assistance as a Framingham selectman in opening part of the Weston Aqueduct for the walking and biking trail.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What a great group. First, let me say that absolutely, I am really honored to get this award. And I feel like I stand up here and I represent a huge team of people who bring these aqueduct trails to you.
We give this certificate to him in recognition of his crucial assistance as Deputy Director of the Metropolitan Area Planning Council for his role in opening the Weston Aqueduct for walking and biking.
If we have the vision for this, I believe there's about 10 miles of aqueducts in Framingham alone. And that is a network that when you connect it to the Bruce Freeman and some of the others, is going to make you one of the leading walking communities in Massachusetts, if you have the vision and do the work.
To thank Frederick Lasky in recognition of his crucial assistance as Executive Director of the MWRA in opening the trail, and he is also accepting for Secretary Rick Sullivan, the Massachusetts Secretary of Energy and Environmental Affairs.
On the wastewater side, we transport and treat about 350 million gallons of wastewater. Our business, we are energy hogs. We use about $47 million worth of energy a year. I'm proud to say that over 20 million of that comes from renewable sources, including
Transition Framingham. The transition movement in general has three parts: head, heart, and hands. So earlier today, we learned a lot of facts about the environment and climate change and peak oil and not such happy things that are coming our way. And we focused then on the heart. How does this make us feel, and what do we care about? And now we're in the hands section. What are we going to do? In transition, ideas and energy come from the bottom up. So what you see around you are people who have expressed an interest in something that they really hold dear to their heart and that they think could help Framingham in the future. And that's what all these people are doing, talking about these ideas and what they plan to do to help Framingham become a stronger community.
Well, I'll just begin and then I would like to pass it on. But I'm Holly Andrews, Director of the Framingham Downtown Renaissance, and we want our downtown to be bikeable, walkable, and vibrant so that people come, park their cars, and walk around and have things to do and hang out and be friendly and meet all the different communities.
And we're the cycling group that merged with the Framingham Downtown Renaissance group to promote alternative means of transportation in downtown, not just cycling. You know, you could ride the bus or walk somewhere, that's all cool.
Connecting the dots.
Yeah, because everything is pretty connected and just kind of, you need a nice downtown that you can get around in. So.
Hello, I'm Dave Kagan with Transition Framingham, and I'm here with Deb Butler, and I'd like to ask you, Deb, what is one thing that you'd like to see in the future of Framingham that has us be more sustainable?
Well, I'm representing concerned citizens for continued cleanup here today. And as we have in our title, Cleanup, I would like the town of Framingham to be more aware of cleanup sites and spills that need to be addressed for our good health of the environment here in Framingham. Currently there are 524 documented cleanup sites and spills in Framingham. That's available if you go online on the DEP's website for Massachusetts.
Hi, I'm here with Ben Jones, and I'd like to ask you, Ben, what is the one change that you'd like to see for the future of Framingham that's near and dear to your heart?
The one change, well, basically, the one change embodies all the changes that we need to make. Is basically with the transition town movement and transition to Framingham. I'd love to see Framingham be the embodiment of the transition movement in its spread west across America.
I want it to be green, look green, and be as progressive as we can in terms of energy efficiency and new development that promotes more pedestrian access, and essentially look towards the future instead of doing things the way we've always done in the past.
I think we should crush all the fossil fuel cars and then turn some of the parts into solar panels, and then we put it on other cars so then they're green machines, and then we turn all the fossil fuel factories into recycling factories, and also plant factories and greenhouses, and some of them will, if they're and I think we should plant lots of trees around the